Hi guys, it's Mrs. Nash coming to you from Elgin. I hope that you guys are all being safe and staying inside. Or if you go outside for a nice walk. Get some sunshine, get some exercise. That'll make you feel a little bit better. But today I am coming to you and I'm going to try and teach you how to do the Henry classification system. Henry classification system was used to be able to classify fingerprints. So that way in the prison system that you would be able to identify fingerprints or be able to look them back up. So that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and get started. But hi, I hope you're all doing well. And this is just FYI, this is my first time doing a video, so I apologize if it's not so good. You can always give me some tips and pointers, but this is the first time I've ever done one, so I hope it ends up being okay. So here we go. First thing to do for the Henry classification system is you need to number your fingers, starting with your right thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then moving over to your left thumb, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is to know that the Henry classification system is only based on whorls. So you have loops or arches, you're going to assign the value of a 0. However, if you have any whorls, you are going to assign them a value. And the way that works is the following. The first two are a value of 16. The next two are a value of 8. Then the next two are a value of 4, 2, and then these are a value of 1. So what that looks like on a piece of paper is the following. Here is a worksheet that I will try to upload for you guys in a little while. But you will notice that it is based on only whorls or lack thereof. And you actually set this up like it is a fraction. And the way that the fractions are set up, I will go through with you in just a moment. But first, before I do that, I want to show you what it looks like on paper. So what I did is I have a sample of what that might look like. So if this is my right hand, this would be my right thumb. And I'm going to assign that a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then come over here to my left thumb, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then of course we have to assign the values. So the first two are a value of 16, next two are a value of 8, then we have a 4 and a 4 over here. These two are a value of 2, and these are a value of 1. Okay, so now we kind of have everything set up along with how our fraction is going to be laid out. And the way to do this is our first two numbers are right here. Our first finger, our 1, goes in the denominator. Okay, and that has a value of 16, but since it's a loop, we assign it a 0. Our second finger, which is going to go in the numerator, is a whorl, and it has a value of 16. So we're going to put a 16 on the top here. Okay. Then our next set of numbers are actually both an arch and a loop, and there are no whorls. So those are both going to get a 0. Okay. Then our next set is a whorl and a loop. The whorls have a value, the loops do not. The 5, which is our little finger, is going to go in the denominator. So we're going to have a 4 at the bottom and a 0 on top. Our next set over here on our left hand is going to be a 0 at the bottom, because that's our 7. Our 8 goes on top, which is a whorl, so we give that a 2. And then our last two have no whorls, so we assign those both a 0. You'll notice that there is another line for another fraction over here. If you go back to our worksheet, you'll notice that we also add a +1 and a +1 to both the top and the bottom, okay? Once you have that done, then all you are doing is adding these numbers going all the way across. So 16 plus 2 is 18 plus 1 would be 19. Hold on a second, my paper's moving. Sorry about that. So that is a 19, and then our numbers going across the bottom is a 4 plus 1. So our value is, sorry, this is kind of getting awkward, 19 over 5. So this here is our Henry classification system, okay, our Henry classification, okay. You do not need to reduce this at all whatsoever. This is just the classification. So that being the case, if you go back to the worksheet basically says the same thing. And you are just going to kind of work your way down. Now, another example is one that I have on the worksheet. So this is our first example. If you have a 10 print card, notice the fingers that have whorls. Circle those positions in the chart and mark out the remaining fingers that were not determined to have whorls. So that being the case, this one had a whorl, 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 whorl. Okay, so you do not reduce it again. So your top was a 8 plus a 1 plus you add the extra 1. The bottom was a 16 plus 4 plus 2 plus the extra 1 on the bottom. And then you add them all up and you had an answer of 10 to 23. So I would like you guys to go ahead, try the one on the bottom. And let me zoom in a little bit so you can make sure that you can see those. See if you can try the one on the bottom and get that or not. And then I would like you guys to try to do your own prints. You guys all rolled your own prints before we left, or if you did not quite get to that point, most of you guys at least had your practice sheets that you rolled prints on. I want you guys to finish rolling your prints, or if you did not finish them with the ink pads, do it on a separate sheet of paper. I don't want you to mark on those MO sheets, those MO cards, because hopefully we can use those in a little bit later. So what I would like you guys to do is to go ahead, figure out your loops, arches, and whorls, and then figure out your classification system, your Henry classification. And then I would like you guys to post your classification to the Edmodo site so we can get some class data. Anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you guys are all having a, you guys are all well and healthy, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.